All right, one of the news nuggets coming out of LSU football that we talked about yesterday or 2 days ago. I can't remember which day it was, but we talked about Ju'Juan Johnson and what he did in high school and how good of a quarterback he was and all the records that he set. And he had a tweet saying soon. Had some highlights, and we're like, okay, well, maybe he's going to get a little run at quarterback here in the bowl game. Maybe that's the situation. Maybe that wasn't what soon meant because Ju'Juan Johnson enters the transfer portal. That's a player that played certainly a lot of snaps at running back for LSU this year. You're already pretty thin at the running back position, so certainly going to have to be a point of emphasis, I think, in the transfer portal if you want to bring in some depth there. Now, you do have, you would assume, you never know until the portal's over, but Harlan Berry, Caden Durham coming back. So you've got two backs that have had some success, but this does, kind of hit some of your depth that you've had at the running back position. And he's somebody that came to LSU and was going to try to play DB. Then he was going to, move to running back. And then it was going to be quarterback here for a short period of time in this offseason. Then it was back to running back. So I don't know if he's looking to go somewhere and play running back in the portal or if he wants a shot to play quarterback. Feels like he wants an opportunity to play quarterback.
He was lobbying a little bit. I don't know if he really actually wants to. Like, of course, you'd have to talk to him about it. But like based on his tweets, he certainly was lobbying to what felt like at the time before we knew he was going to go into the portal. What felt like he was lobbying to play in the bowl game, right? Yeah. Play that position in the bowl game. It's been done before here at LSU with a guy that probably wasn't as versed at playing quarterback as Ju'Juan would be. But of course, Ju'Juan Johnson, he's been a very dedicated Tiger. Louisiana kid, record-setting high school football player at the quarterback position. And I was just looking at his Twitter page, and his pinned tweet that he has. So the pinned one's always the one at the top from December 26, 2024. Says, "I just want to bring a natty to the boot." So this is a kid that has always has been a Tiger, sounds like, and wanted nothing but the best. So we want to wish him nothing but the best, and we understand that these decisions in college football are hard. They're not all the same. Every decision is not you can't judge one person's decision to another person's situation. So he's also told everybody as well, hey, no more rumors. I'm still on the 2025 LSU Tiger team, and I'm going to finish out the season.
Yep.
And what's part of a season, guys, if you qualify?
Bowl game.
A bowl game. A bowl game is actually part of the season if you're lucky enough to win games to qualify for one.
Yeah.
So despite this narrative flying around college football right now, bowl games are indeed part of the season.
Yes. They are. It's a finisher to the season. That's the finish line.
Yeah. It's a game you play when a football team is full of football players and there's a football game to be played. You go play football.
On the year, Ju'Juan Johnson, 38 carries, 151 yards, right at 4 yards per carry, had 2 scores. As a receiver, he had 17 catches for 72 yards, 4.2 yards per catch. Didn't have any scores through the air this year. Did complete a pass. He was 1 for 1, 14 yards. So he did get a chance to complete a pass there for the Tigers. But for the running back room, so Caden Durham, 106 carries, 505 yards, 4.8 yards per carry, had 3 scores. Harlan Berry, 101 for 446, 4.4 yards per carry, and had 2 scores. I think those 2 players are really good. I do. And I know a lot of people have a lot to say about the running back position. I'm just telling you from watching film, in my opinion, it was a lot to do with what the scheme was like at the beginning of the year, and I'm amazed that they were able to get over 4 yards per carry in some of the things that they were doing. I thought there was great individual effort. I think you can win with those 2 running backs. I truly do. But I know you're going to add a better running back in the portal. Like, you don't want to go with just 2 guys, and there's been a couple situations this year where I think your depth was tested at multiple positions, including running back, and so even though I think those players are going to play a ton next year, I can't wait to see their development in a new offense. I think it's going to behoove them a ton. But I still think you add, certainly now losing a Ju'Juan Johnson.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, I think this roster is going to look so much different. I mean, this with a new staff coming in, obviously they're not afraid to crack a couple eggs. So it's going to look a lot different. I don't think they're going to be afraid. If a guy doesn't fit in their system, I'm not saying this is what happened with Ju'Juan. If a guy doesn't fit in their system, whether it's running back, defensive tackle, DB, line, whatever, doesn't matter. I don't think this staff's going to be afraid to be like, hey, I think it's probably going to be more beneficial for you to hit the portal and go, because just this is how I see you fit into the system. And I don't see like the perfect fit. I don't think this staff's going to be afraid to do that. And certainly they're not going to be bashful in the portal with bringing as many players as they think are going to fit and make an immediate impact. Because like we said, I mean, these coaches getting paid all this money, there's not like they don't have this big, long runway. So they're going to go out. And if you don't perfectly fit what they're trying to do or they want to do, they're not going to be afraid to tell you to probably get on out of here and then bring a lot of people in. So this roster is going to look a wild amount different.
I think certainly on the offensive side of the football.
Certainly.